What's going on, everybody? Brandon here, back with another video. Really exciting in front of us. It's finally here. The 1989 Batmobile RC from Spin Master for the Flash movie. This is the collector premium offering, and we finally have it. I am so excited. Here's a brief look at the back of the packaging. We can see that there is a lot here. We have a lot to cover, and you can see all of the different things that this Batmobile does. So many features. I am so excited. There's the UPC if you need it. Amazon for $180. That is the retail price for this. On the top and bottom of the packaging, we get some really cool looking schematic art of the Batmobile, and that looks really cool. It does say limited edition. We don't know how many of these were made though, so that remains to be seen. And on the left and right side of the boxes, we get a nice, simple DC logo. We have some very collector-friendly packaging with a slipcover that reveals a beautiful picture of the Batmobile. Underneath the slipcover, we can remove the lid to the box, and we get a lot of styrofoam. Nice to know that our Batmobile is packaged well, and this is so cool. It is the full schematic for the Batmobile on the inside of the lid. That is so cool. And removing the foam sheet, moment of truth. Here is everything we get with our Batmobile. Packaged so nicely and neatly. It makes me think of Toy Story 2 when Al almost took the Roundup Gang to Japan. This is so cool. Let's get it unboxed and take a closer look. Stay tuned. All right, we got everything out of the packaging. We get a booklet, our Batmobile, of course, a Batman with some unique coloring to him. We'll go over that soon. Interesting because it's not advertised, but that is exclusive paint on that figure. Batteries, the controller, a really cool Batcave diorama setup and parking space, and of course the water thing for the exhaust. All right, let's take a closer look. Taking a look at the Batmobile first, this thing is an absolute piece of artwork. This is incredible. The sculpting, the detail, the paint applications, down to the very small and minor details are absolutely fantastic. You guys, this is collector grade. This is probably the most collector grade item Spin Master has ever released. It is absolutely phenomenal. I don't know what to say. In hand, it just feels like a very, very high quality plastic, and it looks like all of the inner workings are what makes this probably a little bit of a heavier piece, but it looks really, really good, you guys. You can tell all the headlights turn on. This is the port where you, I guess, add water. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay. It doesn't do anything. You just, I guess, put the thing right there for the water. And then there's the exhaust. That is pretty sweet. And on this side, here we go. I would attempt to open the cockpit, but I don't want to. I think I want to do it with a remote. We can see there's a charging port right there for the Batmobile. So that is nice. Very cool. You can see some of those gunmetal metallic paint apps. Same paint apps that we have on our Batman figure. And it's not a lot, to be honest with you, as far as like the different colors of paint application go. Most of it is all one color. The missile in the front, or the turbine, is different kind of gray color, not metallic. And the windshield is, I mean, it gives the see-through appearance like it's a windshield, but I don't think you could see through it. All in all, a very, very nice piece. So far, I'm very impressed. Underneath the vehicle, we see some options that we have here, and it looks pretty good. We can see that this is how you do the charging display-based stuff. We can see the tires and underworkings of the vehicle, and we can see the button where you can turn the vehicle on.
I didn't have to charge my vehicle or do anything like that. It looks like maybe it came pre-charged, so that is fantastic. I do have the remote right here, which I did put in the batteries, and so that's cool. I guess that means they're connected now. And then this button up here is for the cockpit. That is so cool. Okay, I think it's time to put Batman in the Batmobile. Let's do that, see how he fits. Wow, that is cool. What is that? Some kind of... Oh, okay, like he got out. Interesting. Wow, okay. Very interesting. And there's Batman inside the Batmobile. Of course, it's a burning question I have as to whether or not this fits an old Michael Keaton Batman figure from 89 or 92. And this guy looks like he's in there pretty snug. So I think it's going to be a hard no, but I will try anyways. Let's see how easy it is to close this cockpit with Batman inside. Yeah, he's in there as far down as he could go. All right, so there's no button, I guess, for putting it back. You just kind of slide it back into place, and then it locks, and that's it. Cool, very simple, very easy to do. That is too cool. All right, let's take this guy out. I have an old Kenner Batman here. Let's see if he fits. I doubt it, though. No. I don't even think his feet fit. No. Unfortunately not. Ah, that sucks. I was really looking forward to that. You know, because we got it with the basic Batmobile figure. Yeah, it would fit there. And the old one, the $30 one, yes, you can get your Kenner Michael Keaton Batman figure to fit in there, and it shuts. But not with the collector grade one, unfortunately. All right, you guys, so I was just looking inside the cockpit, trying to figure out where that yellow or orange circle is that goes on the steering wheel. Turns out it's activated right here on the seat. I don't know if you guys can see that. There is this sensor right here, and you push that, and it activates the light. How cool is that? And then, of course, the steering wheel is fully articulated, so you could move it the full 360. That is very cool. Of course, tough to do with my adult hands, but yes, it does work. Pretty sweet. All right, you guys, let's see what else this thing can do. Close that up. Here's our remote, and I think the thing I want to look at next is the Gatling guns. That's this button right here. They made it really easy. They drew literally on every button. Oh, shoot. That is so cool. And they are red. You can see kind of like they're lit up just a little bit. That is so cool. Man, those popped up really fast. Let me see if I can get a better shot for you here. Man, those look so cool. Okay. Now, do they make a sound of some kind? Oh, light turned off. Light turned on. Kind of tough to see. Light turns off. Light turns on. Yeah, not too bad. There you go. The light's on. And the light's off. Does it make a firing sound? I don't know. Oh, there's the headlights. That's cool. Interesting. Okay, so this is the button for those. Yes. And we get a button for headlights. Headlights look pretty sweet. I just hit the gas on accident. That looks so cool, you guys. So there's the headlights. There's the Gatling guns. That is so cool. For action figure photography, you could definitely do some really sweet stuff here. Wow. Okay. Very cool. And then on the back side, here are the tail lights. Trying to be gentle and careful here. The tail lights look phenomenal. That is so cool. I really like that a lot. It's giving kind of a shimmer effect on camera. That is not the case. I think that's just something that my camera is doing. There is no shimmer or glowing effect or like blinking effect of any kind here. They're just on. So that is great. Let's see. Okay. So what I'm hitting right there is the exhaust button, which I don't have any water in this thing yet, so that's why it's not doing anything. The headlights button looks like it is just for the front headlights. I don't know how you turn off the rear headlights. Maybe with the guns? Let's see. No, that's not it. I guess they just stay on? Very interesting. Okay, so for the Gatling guns, they pop up on, and the light looks super, super cool. And I am going to chance it here because I see a slot in here that basically tells me this is where they go. The top covers for the Gatling guns, I believe. Do they pop off? I feel like they pop off, you guys. Yes! Yes, they pop off. Holy smokes. Why wouldn't they advertise that on the box? That is so crazy. Yes, the Gatling guns pop off. Just like in the movie, they just like blow off the car. That is so cool. We can reset like that. And voila. Very cool. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh, it completely changes the look of this because having those on there on the top, I thought really didn't look right, but I was willing to look past it. That is so cool that these pieces come off. That is fantastic. And you can store them right here in the Batcave so you don't lose them. And they fit just like that. That is fantastic. Very cool. I am super pleased with this. And the detail work on these guns is phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. No missiles that you're going to lose, but man, it lights up. That is really sweet. Okay, let's see how difficult these are to put back on. I'm going to line it up. Cool. Wow, it was actually super easy. You just line it up and make sure it matches correctly with the port. And then that's it. And then you just push down and that kind of confirms that it's locked. Now, let's see if I did it right. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Let's try this one. Cool. And they don't blow off or pop off. Although, I bet if you put it on loosely, it could. Okay, let's see if we can achieve the movie effect. I took off those top pieces to the Gatling guns, and then I just gently placed them on there. Now I'm going to hit the Gatling gun button on the remote. Let's see if it works. Wow! Oh my gosh! Movie effect achieved. Those things flew. All right, let's test out driving forward and back. So I'll hit this button, and then that will turn on my Batmobile. And that, I believe, is how the rear lights turn on. And then we're just going to hit the forward button here and back and see how that looks. All right, let's give it a try. Wow. That is a fast car, you guys. I'm trying to be very gentle here on the table. Wow. I don't want to lose my Batmobile. That is really cool. You can turn. Very cool. You can go back. Look at me. I know how to park. That is super cool. All right, we have a lot to test out here. Interesting. We've got left and right buttons here. I'm not quite sure what those do, but we will figure it out. That is pretty sweet. Okay, so I got my little Bat Cantina filled with some water. We are going to take this now and try to put it into the Batmobile. So take this rubber piece, lift up, and then that comes out like that. We'll put this here like this, and the water goes in. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's keep going. There we go. Let it fill up as much as it can. Looks like it is super full. Get the bat rag, Robin. Okay. All right. Let's give it a try. As far as I know, the first toy to do something like this was that Jetpack Liftoff Buzz Lightyear, which I also reviewed here on the channel from the Lightyear movie. That Buzz Lightyear's jetpack had an exhaust that did something very similar to this with the steam. So we're going to turn on our Batmobile. And then I believe it's this button right here. I mean, like I said, they drew out every button on here. So we'll press this button and see how that looks. All right. That is so cool. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is phenomenal. I just released the button. Oh, but it's still going. Okay. Oh. Okay, so it's a full click. Full click to turn on, full click to turn off. We'll try that again, a little bit of a dimmer lighting. Let's see. That is so cool. Wow. Turn it off. Let's check it out from the side, like the Batmobile is taking off. That is so cool. I really like that a lot, you guys. That is phenomenal. Very cool. I love it. Taking a look at the rest of what we have, starting with Batman. This is a very cool figure. Like I mentioned early on, he does have some paint apps that are specific to him. You're not going to notice it at first. In fact, you might not notice it at all. But it is this gunmetal gray color. Let's see if I can make that a little bit brighter for you guys. So you can see on his belt, he definitely has it. On his gloves, he definitely has this metallic finish. And on his boots, where the armor plating is, he definitely has a metallic finish. And it is most noticeable, of course, next to the original counterpart. So you can see just how different these figures really are. It is very tough to see on camera, but yes, they are different. You can notice the boots. The one holding the grapnel gun is the store-bought one, and that is with just one paint color throughout. And you can see in the gauntlets there is a different color there. So, and most notably on the belt for sure, you can see it there. So, not a huge difference. It is the exact same figure, but at least finally Spin Master gave us something a little bit different. It really is. If you look at it from the perspective of coming with this vehicle, it is an exclusive figure. So that is nice. Articulation in the head, side to side. Can't really look up or down. His arms come out about that far. Forward and back full 360 bend and twist at the elbows. Nothing in the waist. His legs come out about that far. They go forward about that far. They don't really go back. There is a cut at the hip, and there's a bend and a twist at the knee. That's about it for our Michael Keaton Batman figure. A very nice one, and I gotta say this is a very clean copy. Very happy to have him. Next, taking a look at the remote, and the display base does have a very nice slot for the remote, which is really cool. There's tons of little bat emblems everywhere. So we've got 3 right here on the remote itself. In fact, the whole thing is kind of shaped like a batarang. And these kind of look like tires to me, so that is really cool. On the flip side here, we do get, of course, the buttons that are really defined, and they have a lot of artwork there that basically tell you exactly what they are. And on the back side where the batteries go, you can see how much detailing there is. There are so many little Batman emblems. That is really sweet. And we see it on the sides too, like for the grip. Instead of it just being regular grip or dots, they continued to make it little bat emblems. That is so cool. Kind of reminiscent of Henry Cavill's Superman suit for me, with all the texturing and design on his suit. Shazam had something similar as well. But this is really cool, you guys. A very nice remote, very well done. And of course, we can activate our Batmobile by shining a light on the bat signal there. So that is really sweet. All in all, you guys, a fantastic remote. And of course, our little Bat Cantina that I showed earlier as we put water into the Batmobile. This top part does come off, which is great. It unscrews, so you can easily fill it. I definitely had that problem with the Buzz Lightyear thing that you use to fill to get water into his jetpack. So that is nice, and you can store it right there, which is fantastic. And now the base itself, which really is an incredible piece. Tons of bat emblems there. Another Batman emblem there. Don't mind the Batmobile turning off as usual. The compartment where you can store the tops of the Gatling guns goes there. And over here we do have a Bat computer, which is really cool, and a swivel chair. So we've got a computer there, and it's just a nice flat black. And we've got another computer here, again with just a nice flat black. So that is really cool. The chair does move full 360, so Batman can stay very productive at his workstation. And the base itself is fantastic. It is pretty big. It does have a base in the middle where the Batmobile can lock in and charge, and it does have a rotating base, and it does have lights, and we will explore all of that. These are the buttons for the rotating display base and the lights. And all in all, you guys, just a fantastic piece. The underside is where all the magic really happens, and you can see there is a wire nicely tucked in there, and you could unravel that wire, and it could come out right there through the side. And that's about it. Pretty simple as far as the rest goes. And yeah, very, very excited to see what this thing can do. Okay, so just be aware, this cord is very short. You will almost certainly need an extension cord for sure. You'll also need a power box, which is not included, so make sure you have one of those. Okay, let's see how easy this is to use. Again, under here we have the charging pad, and we have the charging plate right there, so let's go ahead. Let's give it a try. Cool. Very cool. Nice and easy, it looks like. And it is definitely in place, not going anywhere. And then what gives it away for us is that the tail lights are blinking. That means it is charging. And of course, you also have the option of using that USB Type-C charger. So if you ever lose your display base, or you're trying to buy one of these loose, you could just charge it on its own with a USB Type-C instead of needing the base to do it. Okay, now, for some of the features, functionality. Let's see what we got. Lights? Wow, okay. Let's check it out with a little less lights. That is really cool. So this is a light-up display base. That is so cool. I really like that a lot. If you have a man cave or a display spot, or whatever, and you want to put this on display, you totally could. You could probably put any Batmobile on there, to be honest. That looks super cool. Wow. Now for the rotating base, let's see how that looks. Wow. Very cool. Nice and slow. Yes, it can make a full 360, it looks like. I was kind of worried that it would hit the computer or something, but it looks like it won't. Nice and slow, but it looks really good. That's fantastic. The lights do come on when you do that. You could turn them off. Very nice. Very cool. It does make a slight humming sound. You can hear it in the background. But all in all, that is super cool. What an awesome feature. I am so stoked to have this in the collection.
All right, so for a comparison, we have McFarlane's Batmobile on the left, our new RC Spin Master in the middle, and our Spin Master basic Batmobile on the right. And I gotta say, the RC absolutely blew it out of the water, you guys. This one is fantastic. It's almost a 1-for-1 in scale with the basic one. And then, of course, McFarlane's is just absolutely massive. But yes, there they are together. I honestly think the RC looks the best. For another comparison, we have 1992's Batman Returns here. We have our RC right here. We have the 1990 Kenner Batmobile Dark Knight Collection. And we have the 1989 Toy Biz right there. All of these look absolutely fantastic. If you want my honest opinion, I still think Kenner's Dark Knight Collection is probably the most accurate. The canopy on this one looks incredible. And to me, it just looks like it sits right compared to the rest. But they all look really good together. They all have different functionalities. This one's a 2-seater with pop-up guns, and it's got storage space in the trunk, kind of like a jail cell. We know what our RC does, and it is absolutely fantastic. This one, the missile shoots out at the front, and it's got guns on the left and the right. And then we know that this one splits into 3, which is really cool. So if you're a Batman 89 fan, Batman Returns fan, this RC will fit in your collection very nicely. Next, for a comparison with some other Batmobiles, here we have a few Batman Animated, Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, and the Custom Coupe from Michael Keaton's Batman movies. This looks pretty good. Our RC looks just a little smaller than the rest. That's kind of to be expected. Most RCs are a little bit smaller. But all in all, this does look really good. So if you're wondering how this stacks up, maybe you don't have an 89 Batmobile in your collection and you're wondering if this is it, it actually fits in fairly nicely. For another comparison, we have our new 89 Batmobile with some previous counterparts from Spin Master. We have from the Batman movie, a couple vehicles, including the cop car. We have the Ben Affleck Batcycle from the Flash movie, and we have a mainline Batmobile here. All in all, these fit in together very nicely. And for another comparison, here's our new 89 Batmobile with some previous RC Batmobiles. We have a couple from Batman Forever, and they fit in very nicely, definitely much more in scale. We have one from Spin Master, and we have another one from Batman Animated. All in all, these look really good together, definitely much more in scale. All right, you guys, next, please enjoy a Batmobile race between my wife and I. We raced downstairs in the kitchen. It was a ton of fun. And yeah, check it out. Okay, before we go, some things we need to discuss. Price. Price is very important. This Batmobile is $180. That's crazy. But collectors will pay it. And as a collector, will you be happy or will you be let down? Well, I gotta say, happy. I think happy is the key phrase here. I am so stoked, you guys. I mean, let's sum up these features, right? We got an awesome Batmobile. It makes sounds. It starts up. That is awesome. The canopy comes down. How cool is that? We get Gatling guns. Gatling guns. Headlights. Oh my gosh. Look at those. So sick. And honestly, I mean, if that wasn't enough, and the rotating base with the lights, with a Batman in a cave,
we get a legit working exhaust. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. This has got to be one of the, if not most, coolest Batmobile toys I have ever seen. And I just think it is absolutely worth it. So those are my parting thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. If this is a pickup or a pass for you, I would love to hear from you. You guys, this has been a really fun one. Keep it right here at the channel as I find more new cool and awesome stuff. I'll be sure to bring it to you here. Once again, I'm Brandon. Thanks for watching.